Hello there everybody, this is Graham, also known as the Collector 75. Welcome to another Transformers Generation 1 KO review. Yeah, I have actually done this video before. This is of course the knockoff Japanese TRAINBOTS RAIDEN. Yes, I have actually done this before, a long time ago now. This is, oh my god, I think that was one of my sort of like early videos that I did a long time ago, back around 2008, 2009. So it's long overdue, a redo kind of video, and I thought I'd actually do it because I did get this reproduction box. I got this off eBay. I probably said it in one of my other videos. I will actually this time post the link to the guy's name. He is actually from Portugal and he does a bang up job of these boxes, if I'm honest. It's really good. Yeah, I can't actually fault the box. It really does look, I mean, the trains stay in there pretty good, pretty much like exactly like they used to in the old Generation 1 boxes. This is of course a reproduction of the Japanese, so obviously all the tech specs are in Japanese and everything. Does have the headmasters scene on the back there. Yeah, so let's get this open and then we'll get on with the review of the actual figures. Right, so here we are, we've got it open and it's a nice good reproduction polystyrene insert. I like the way that it's actually made actually. It's done by layers rather than a whole moulded thing. It works pretty well for my opinion. It's really sturdy and robust. Yeah, I can't really fault it really. And it does make it easy because on the Seacon box that I got, I wanted to create a few extra places so I could fit everything in. And because it's layered, you can just get what did I use? I would just use a very sharp knife and just cut into it. And then you sort of dig it out, break it out. And because it's layered, you can go right down into the layer. And then when you break it out, it's actually quite a good thing rather than it being all higgledy-piggledy inside, if you know what I mean. Yes, so anyway, let's get back into these. This is obviously the open box here. Like I say, there's the trains inside, they stay in there pretty well. And that's the little bag of all the extra little bits that you need. So let's start here. Right, so there you go, they're all out of their box, and from what you might expect, they're all trains, which is pretty good. These are, if I'm honest, probably slightly ever so smaller. Volume wise in plastic probably than the old Generation 1 like Constructicons, because when these were Diaclone, these came out at the same time as the Constructicons rather than the later Scramble C type combiners. Yeah, I mean, obviously being knockoffs, the plastic is slightly lower quality, though I'm not totally sure because these ones I did hear up on that these were actually released by Hasbro in America, some of the ones, because these are actually very good quality KO ones rather than some of the dodgier ones that I've actually seen. Apart from this guy looks a bit terrible. Yeah, so I'm not totally sure. I did read up on that. I cannot remember their names for the life of me. They all have Japanese sounding names, a bit like Seizan Shoku or something like that. So forgive me that I don't actually know the Japanese names. I think if you watch my earlier video of these, I actually do give the names out. So yeah, but the names ain't totally important. If they had decent translatable names, a bit like some of the like Overlord, you know, that's got an easy name in English, but these were proper Japanese names as far as I know. So we're going to start here, and I'm going to effectively know this as a green and white train. He is obviously some kind of Japanese bullet train, which is pretty good. He does have rolling wheels under there. I think on the original Generation 1, if you was to get them, they would be metal wheels, but these are all plastic. He's alright as a train. And now if you was to get the official ones, they would have all little connectors where you could actually connect them up to be a nice long train like you would have seen in the old, is it the Headmasters cartoon? Something like that, which would have been pretty cool if they had these on these, because I was hoping they would have, but they don't. Shame. Anyway, right, so we're going to transform this now after just giving you a quick 360 of in there. You're just going to pull this off. Pop that down to the side, and now we're going to fold this down. That's going to become his chest plate. Extend the legs, and then with these arms you're going to be a bit extra careful because obviously it is a KO. And then we're just going to rotate them around. Now you have to be extra careful on these joints, and I don't want to break it because it feels like it doesn't want to rotate now. How do I do this before then? I'm sure it does rotate. You just have to be very, very careful. Oh, that's right, you push it in, then rotate it. Glad I figured that one out. So there we have it. There is the green and white train in robot mode. Now, again, if you'd had the original Generation 1, they would have come with individual weapons, whereas unfortunately these don't. Now, I have missed a good bit off this transformation. I can't remember off this guy. What do? Do you just stick this on the back? I think you do. You just sort of stick this hanging off and it becomes like a big backpack. Yeah, I mean, I've got the pictures over there of them. I don't know, do you? I'm not totally sure about this guy. Where is he? Yeah, I think you do, unfortunately. That's a bit of a shame, isn't it? Right, so green and white train. We're going to stick him over there. We're going to come to this guy, which is the blue train. Now, he does share exactly the same transformation as this guy, although this panel never wants to stay down properly. It just sort of hangs around up the top there. And I'm not totally sure. These are probably all sort of Japanese-ish trains. I do like the look of this one, though. This actually looks pretty cool. Shame I haven't got no other Generation 1 toys to do a good size comparison with. It's unfortunate. Again, whip that off the front. Put that down to the side for a moment. Extend these legs out. Rotate this little section down to form the faceplate. And then rotate these arms out to the side. And then push them in to rotate the arms down. Like so. And there we have, oh yeah, and then again, peg and port, stick this on the back. Bit annoying that it's like that, but there you go. Saves you just throwing off to the side, doesn't it? Yeah, and I think he has a good head sculpt. Don't know if this is going to zoom in on it there. See if I can do it. Yeah, I think he'd have a great head sculpt if you want to be for a KO. But like I said, I'm not totally sure if these are exact KOs, but there we go. But it's still a good figure for Generation 1. And it does fit quite nicely in. There's probably a good reason these never got a Western release back in the day. Probably because who would have bought them? I wouldn't have. When you can have like army vehicles like the Combaticons, or construction vehicles like the Constructicons, or sports cars like the Stunticons. Yeah, or planes, you know. Or you could have had trains. What you can do. I mean, it's alright if you're in trains, but I'm not. So there you go. But my son is, as you can probably see in the background here, if I just angle my thing up. This is from his birthday, which we still haven't taken down. It was his birthday over a month ago, but he quite liked them. Thomas Tank Engine things that we bought for him there for his birthday party, which was Thomas themed. So there we go. Yeah. Anyway, yeah. So bit of a sidetrack there. So this is the yellow train, and now he does have a slightly different transformation, though blink and you'll probably miss it. Right, so we're going to whip this off the front, set that down to the side for a moment, extend the legs. Now all we're going to do is turn him around, rotate these arms out to the side like so, rotate him 180 at the waist there, and that is pretty much him done. Now with this though, it's a little bit better than the others. You're going to open it out and then just whip it around so it's like that. Turn around to the back, then port and peg again, straight in the back there if it wants to fit in, which it doesn't really want to go in there. Oh, it's probably just the way I'm pushing on it. Oh, get in there. It does go in, it just being a bit difficult. I've probably got it caught on those bloody wheels. Take my word for it, it does go in, because I went in the other day. It's just being difficult on me. Now, get in there, you bastard. There we go. He's in there, sort of. Anyway, right, so there's the yellow train in robot mode, and again, he's not too bad. You can move the arms up and down, and the backpack now doesn't look as obtrusive as these guys. So we're going to pop him down. Now then, we're going to come, leave him for one of the last ones. This guy, again, effectively known as the green train with a red front, shares exactly the same transformation. Now, my one here, it's got a split down here. You just can't get this panel into here. I'm going to have to take it apart to fix it, because on, don't know if you can see it there, this panel here, this red panel, doesn't go right up against that there, but on this side it does. So yeah, I might just try and pop it apart. Anyway, so what you're going to do with this is you're going to split it down here like so, and get ready to stick that on his back. We are going to extend the legs, fold the arms out, rotate him 180, and there we have him. And then this is going to pop straight into the back there. Hopefully I have more luck with this than I did on the last one. Yeah. And there we have him in robot mode. Now you can sort of fold these around. I like to do that. And he's alright. I quite like him. Wish the stickers would stick down properly. But I could easily fix that, no problem. And he's alright. Stick him there. Right, now then, these two. Obviously these lot share the same transformation basically, because obviously these are the legs and the arms. Whereas these guys, this is the lower torso and probably the upper torso or the other way around. I cannot remember for the life of me for the moment. Anyway, so now this is the blue and white train, and he has probably got to be the shortest one of the lot. Now, like I said, he does have a bit of an issue with his stickers coming off just up there, and I don't know if this is going to really pick it up in this light, but he is sort of like a dirty marks around here, maybe a bit of discoloration. Could try and sort it out, or maybe I've tried in the past. Yeah, I did figure out a way of getting it off. Just using the back end of a scalpel just to scrape it off. Usually works, usually. But again, he's a bullet train. I'm going to take this off now. That comes down here. Now I've got to remember how to transform this, because it does have a very novel transformation. This bit folds around. I did do it the other day. That's what I did. Right, that comes out. There we go. See, these are his legs. These sort of come around. That's going to rotate around. We got his head here somewhere. That's going to come up. Right, so here we are. There's the front. So that can become his chest plate. These will become his legs. Now I turn these legs round this way, so you've got some stickers in there. Now it's definitely not the official way of doing it, but it gives him a hell of a lot more stability in that mode. The arms come down. These do rotate around, which is good. But he's very short. Now you put him up against this fella, and you can see he's good head and shoulders above this guy. Shame. And I think he's supposed to be the leader of the group. Again, with this, you can open this out, like so. And I think you can stick this on the back of him as well to give him a little bit more of a backpack-esque thing going on. That fits in there alright. And then you've got this. And he looks right, he's just very small. You can, I think you're supposed to turn these like that. Which is alright, but he does have then a tendency to fall backwards if you're not proportioning them right. But I don't know. I just prefer having them at the front like that, because you've got those stickers and it makes it look a bit more like a robot leg then, doesn't it? Anyway, so you put him down there. Now then you come to this guy. Now I can't remember for the life of me how to transform this, so please bear with me. He looks like some sort of... Now he does have a tendency to bend like a banana for some reason. I don't know why he does really, but I mean he's not too bad now. Yeah, he looks like some sort of... He would be pulling trucks and stuff like that rather than like a passenger train, for example. And I love the look of him, if I'm honest. I love trains like this. Right, so then we're going to take this bit off. That is going to become Raiden's head in robot mode. Now then we're going to pull these out. These are going to become robot legs, obviously. That comes down. Yeah. Then what we're going to do with this? This probably folds out. No, something does. Right, what we got here? Right, that's just definitely his robot head. So what happens here then? There's a hinge there. Right, these are his robot arms. Let's get these out. I'm sure it's definitely going to rotate. Oh, there we go. Once you free up the arms, there we go. And there we have him in robot mode. Now, once you get that in, what does this bit do then? Does that just hang? That just hangs round off his arse, around there. There we go. And then this bit, what are you going to do with this then? I know, as I said, if you open this out, that's going to become Raiden's head. Does the rest of it do anything? I don't know. I don't think it does. That probably does something, but what you're going to do with it right now, not a lot. So you're probably going to stick that like that. How does the picture look on the back of the box? Yeah, it looks like that. So he's got these giant flaps off the side, and this giant thing sticking up from his back, which, you know, looks alright. Yeah, kind of. And there we have it. that is him in Rotor Mode, and he looks alright, effectively known as the red and grey train, or red train. And he's not too bad, is he? Put it over there. Right, we're going to transfer these now into RAIDEN. I've just got to look at how some of them look, and then we'll get right on it. Right, so here we go. Let's transform these now into RAIDEN. Now, I just had a quick look of how we actually do this because I couldn't remember. These arms on this red train, just tuck under there. We take that bit off. We are next going to fold his little head down. These legs just fold back or collapse in on themselves into there if he wants to, like so, and that just goes in like that. And that is him all done, like so. We're going to put him off to the side for a minute. Then we're going to come to their leader. Could be Shoki. They might have been called Kane, actually. I've just sort of remembered. Fold his head down, fold these legs forward. Now then, we've got to get these into the right sort of position. Now there's a little slot in there, and these are going to form into the slot in the bottom of his arms. I do like it how they've got lots of these sort of slotty bits going on, because I love it how this one also just going to fit over those wheels like that. That's pretty damn cool. Right, and so that is him. Now I don't think it's supposed to collapse that much. Right, and then we're going to turn that over. Now if we've got to do this with that, I cannot remember. Let's pretend we do for the moment. Now then, he's got two little slots in there. These are going to form straight into there. There. Okay. Then we're going to take this piece, and this now is going to slot on here and into there, giving it a good solid connection. Once you get that in there, we go. Now that is a bit terrible to get out, I'll tell you that now. Right, let's make sure we've got those arms pegged in right, because otherwise it is going to become a bloody nightmare. Something like that. Anyway, so then we've got this. Then we're going to take this piece, this white and blue piece. This is going to fold up, and you take the wheels like that. That folds into the red piece. Folds, or just slots rather, into there. We open that out, and that just sort of sits around there. Maybe we do have to fold that down. Is there a slot into there? I cannot remember. We're going to stick with opening that out for now. Then what we're going to take, we're going to get these pieces like that. As you can see, these are going to have got a hole here and a square hole there. They will easily slide into there now, and they sort of keep these arm sections or shoulder pieces roughly connected, pretty okay-ish. So that goes into there. Then what you can do is, once you've got these, yeah, that must be right, is you can put RAIDEN's head on. Now then, we're going to open these out. As you can see again, I probably already showed you that already. This is now going to tuck away on a little, oh yeah, you've got to open this out first. I was supposed to do that before this, but it don't matter. You just sort of slide that down. There's a little tab port that goes in there, like so. That bit just hangs around the back, and there we have RAIDEN with his upper section done. Oh yeah, he does have a chest shield as well. That fits onto this tab here, and that just slots in, covering up all this stuff, and that ain't too bad, is it? Next, what we're going to do, we're going to do the legs last. These two guys are the legs. Oh yeah, I almost forgot this bit. I forgot this the last time I actually done this. These bits tab in somewhere around here to cover up this lot. It goes in somewhere, and I cannot for the life of me remember exactly where it goes, but it does go in there, like so, and it fills out all this sort of gap. Cannot remember where it goes though, but it does slot in there, like so, like that, and the other one slots on the side. And I don't have a lot of room on this memory card at the moment, but we'll come back to that at the end of the video if I've got time. Let's just transform this guy into arm mode. I'm going to rotate these around, so that's going to go like that. Probably better off rotating this around. Going to get an arm, like so. Oh, it says to do it like that way. I suppose that don't really matter, does it really? We're going to put a fist in here, like so. That is going to go in like so. Oh no, don't want to, does it? It's going to go in that little slot there. That's it. No, it's come out of the back of there now. Yeah, as I said, because it's not exactly an official made thing, it doesn't want to hold together the best. I mean, it's all right. Like, you can rotate it, but obviously then you're knocking against other bits, which is a damn shame. Anyway, right, so there is him. Right, so let's transform this guy. There we have it. There we go. Just push these in there. Get another little fist. Goes in this little slot just in there. Now you can get his gun. And we're going to put it in this fist here. Then we're going to come up to the main section on Raiden. And again, he has a little hole in there. And we're going to push that just in there if he wants to hold together. Now, as you can see, I've managed to, while I paused the video there, slot these sections in on these mid-rift. And it does fill out the gap. It doesn't go in there exactly perfect, but there we go. And these little things do my head in, because every time I move the arms, they'll just push them out. Bit of a shame. Anyway, right, I've only got 1 minute and 30 seconds left on this bloody memory card, so let's transform these very quickly. Now then, with these are going to rotate upwards. Take that off the back. Quickly pull them out. Rotate them up, that folds like that. This is going to rotate in like that. This is going to go on the front, pretty much like that. And then we're going to get one of these connectors. Whoa. And that is going to go in there. It's going to become one leg on that side. Again, rotate these up. Take that off for now. Rotate out and then up and around. Fold this up. Rotate this around. Stick that on there to become the toes, whatever you want to call it. This will go in there. And here we have his legs. Now these are going to go into these sections, but when I did my last video, they don't really want to stay in, if I'm honest, especially this guy. So we're going to push him in and hope for the best. Maybe it's the green one. Right, so then we're just going to stand this fellow up before he can fall apart. Now then, there is Raiden in his combined mode, and I've got 8 seconds. It's not a bad combined mode. Could have been better, if you want my opinion. These arms are dodgy, legs are okay.